What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is by far the most exciting video of the year, hands down. Now, y'all just keep asking about this, and unfortunately, I live in the Midwest, and a lot of the, well, it's not unfortunate I live here, but we had a blizzard, like a winter storm, that absolutely wrecked the highways and shut down most highways to even leave the area. And so packages were obviously delayed because, you know, there's people out there risking their lives and getting into accidents and stuff. So I've got an Anker power bank here. Now, yes, we do have the charger coming. The charger with the 4 ports and the Type-C, it is coming. So today we're gonna go ahead and post a video of this. This is the high power multi-device charging Anker power bank, 25K, 165 watt, built-in and retractable cables, 100 watt single port fast charging, charge 4 devices. This mini, all at once, and a high resolution display. This is probably the most anticipated power bank that I can possibly think of. So this is the Anker Series 5. It's compatible with iPhone 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, SE. Yeah, just almost anything. Actually everything. It's compatible with everything. On the bottom, we have the model number, which is going to be A1695. Again, that's Alpha 1695. And Anker Innovations. On this side, we get a whole bunch of goodies. 25,000 USB-C cable, 5 to 11 volts, 3 amps, 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps, 10 volts, 2.25 amps, 12 volts, 3 amps. Just a lot. Just everything. Up to 20 volts and 5 amps. That's for the input. And the output, oh my gosh, a total of 165 total. That's for the USB-A. So that USB-A port's actually quite powerful. Now, the USB-C port's what I care about. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the peel, and we're gonna open this bad boy up. I wish the charger would have came first, because then I could have made a video on that and then included it in this, and I could have charged this power bank with the new charger. But yeah, freaking winter storms. So it's delaying some things. So we've got the power bank. That's a heavy girl. She a heavy girl. We're gonna weigh that if I remember, because ADHD. And then in here, we've got a little carrying bag, which is nice because honestly, you're gonna be able to protect this thing and keep it looking fresh and new. Because I don't know if you have any power banks for a couple years, but man, they get beat up when you throw them around, you know, work and school and, you know, all that good stuff. So got a nice little carrying case there. You can tuck this little cord in and then you can seal it up, and now you've got it protected in a little bag. So nice little, oh, it feels good. It's a nice texture too. All right, we got some instructions. They're just including a QR code that you scan to go to their website. Anything in here useful? Nah, just important legal information. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anything in here? Nope. All right. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what the heck are you doing? I post this kind of stuff all the time. I literally just got off work and I couldn't be more excited to get home and fire up my camera and make a YouTube video of this thing. So we're going to take off the peel, but I'm going to let you hear it nice and like, it's good. I guess it really wasn't that great, but it was satisfying to me. Yeah, I wear a mic on my shirt now. I'm not a fan of the sound as much as I am the Zoom. The Zoom just sounds so good. And it's a freaking like 13-year-old microphone, but now I can actually like stand up and walk around and move around and not have my audio get really quiet. But yeah, we got a nice big old screen here. We've got a power button here, which I'm gonna press that. And it's gonna show 38. That's a massive screen. Oh my word. Or it looks so good too. It's very high quality. You've got a USB-C in and out, C3. You have a USB-A out. And the craziest part is this thing right here. Oh, and that's a decent length too. That's like probably closer to 3 feet, maybe 2 feet. Definitely more than a foot. That is a long one. Oh man. You can never have too much length, that's for sure. And then you have this little guy. This is an interesting way of doing it. So you've got, oh, it slides. Okay. All right. That's unique. That's different. I'm not used to that. So basically it just glides right in there. Oh, you come in from this way. Yeah, okay. Then oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Because now you can swing it around, and does your power bank hang low? Oh, man. The big old text here, it says 165 watts. Oh my gosh. We've got to, of course, include the bottom. Everyone wants to see my bottom. Anyways, I'll let you pause that and read any of that good stuff for yourself if you care to see it. It's probably all the same stuff that you read on the box. All right, so yeah, pressing the power button, pressing it again. Okay, we can see the temperature. Pressing it again, we can see the battery health. We can see how many times the battery's been depleted and recharged. And then the screen turns off. So what about a double press? And now it's in its low charge mode. So let's press it again to get that out. All right, so it's exited the low power mode. All right, so we're gonna use our Anker 250 watt charger. It's the prime power station. And we're gonna go ahead and connect up that USB-C in. And we're gonna see what we see. So it's got a charging status there. It shows that it's currently charging. Shows the input's 50 watts. And here's the desktop charger that I was talking about. So it's currently charging at 19.8 volts, 2.6 amps for 51 watts. All right, what I want to do now is see which cable, if any, are the best cables to use. So we'll use the built-in cable here. And yeah, so we're inputting at 55 watts right now. So what if we try to use multiple inputs from the same thing? So let's go ahead and plug that in. All right, so no luck there. Let's unplug that retractable cable. And there's that screen that shows the each thing there. So that's also going at 53 watts. So why are we only getting 53 watts? That's interesting. Okay, so far we're only getting 53 watts of input. All right, so before we end it officially, look at this. So we are currently charging using that built-in retractable cable that obviously you can make shorter or longer depending on what you need. And yeah, we're charging at 94 watts right now. Shows on there an input of 97, and this shows 94. So you can absolutely charge this thing very quickly using that. It was protecting the battery and in a cooling mode, which limited the charging. Obviously, I'd like to see a little bit more than 53 watts. So maybe it just needs some time. So it says the input can do 20 volts at 5 amps for 100 watts max. All right, so one of the beautiful things is we have the retractable cable, which is currently charging the power bank. Then we have this guy. So we can connect this to our RG-Ally-X, and I'll connect a power adapter or USB tester here so you can see what is going on. All right, and on the power bank currently says pass-through. So we can see that we're charging the power bank at 51 watts, and right now the power bank is providing 28 watts to our RG-Ally-X. It looks like we can get 25 watt turbo mode when in pass-through mode. All right, we got a 100 watt charger here. Plug that into the port there. And it currently says that it's in pass-through mode, that the battery's at 43.55, which I do like that it shows like the percentage the way it does. Because we can see 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. It is going up. And it says in 3 hours and 18 minutes, it'll currently be full. That's because we are currently putting in 50 watts and we're taking out almost 30 watts. Okay, so things just changed. Some things just freaking changed. So this kicked up to 60 watts. We're currently in 30 watt turbo mode, which is fantastic. And this just hit 100 watts for the pass-through. I'm gonna show you the charger here. So it's currently drawing 94 watts from the wall. Now I'm curious if this cable right here will get us any better results. And that's a negative. So we're still drawing 100 watts of input. So we're drawing 100 watts from the wall. The power bank is receiving 100 watts. And our RG-Ally-X is at a 30 watt turbo mode. So that means we're getting the most performance possible out of this thing. But it's only able to charge it up to 65 watts. So what if we turn off pass-through charging? Okay, yeah, it immediately shoots up to 100 watts. So there we go. We're still at 30-watt turbo mode. Now this thing is charging at 85 watts. And the battery on it's full too. So if the battery was lower, it would also be charging this thing. But it's more just, you know, keeping it going. It's already fully charged. So that's freaking fantastic. 100 watts going to this thing. All right, so it's been a little bit of time. We have the power bank still charging. So you can see here that the input is at 98 watts. And it's currently going to take 40 minutes to fill up. And the readout on this says 104. So this thing is charging very quickly. 100 watts is pretty darn good. Now it's been charging for a little bit of time. I don't know, like 30-ish minutes or so. How about the heat? How's the heat doing? All right, so as you can see, let me move the RG Ally because it's generating a whole lot of heat. We're looking at 63 Celsius for the hottest point. 63.5, and that's going to be here where the input is. So I would be curious to know. We got a little animation there when it connected. It's got like a little snowflake icon there. That's interesting. So it looks like we're charging only at 58 watts. Now, watching this video, you have to understand, this is just the unboxing. This is just quick tests, running it through its paces. Obviously, I haven't had time to run it through every scenario and see everything, but it charges at 100 watts using the USB-C port right there. The built-in port here, that's receiving 52 watts. And it says the battery is currently 36 Celsius, 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and it says safe, active cooling mode. So I wonder if that means it's slowing down the charging to keep it from getting hot. All right, now connected to that USB-C port, not the retractable one, but the built-in like lanyard one here. Yeah, so we're getting about 52 watts of input. All right, and now when we're connected back to the wire here, we're getting 53 watts of input. So it is definitely slowing down the charging to keep the battery cool, which, I mean, we're close. We're at 71%, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so if I'm being honest, if I'm being like absolutely brutally honest, I haven't seen anything yet that makes me go, wow. Like, obviously the build quality is impressive. The built-in USB-C cables are super nice. I absolutely love how much length you get with that cable. That is very generous. Oh, it's got, it's got, what? What the what? I don't know what makes it do that. Does it have some sort of, I have no idea. Power bank's currently at 40 degrees Celsius. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna weigh this thing because I was about to forget. So this thing weighs 592 grams. So that's a pretty decent amount of weight there. 592 grams. Where's our, oh, here we are, our prime 250 watt, which can accept 170 watts of input, by the way. That is actually heavier. Okay. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let's take that off of there right now. All right, so 100 watts in, 100 watts out. I mean, the built-in cables are super nice, and honestly, this just became one of my most powerful power banks with the built-in cables. This power bank right here has been my most used power bank recently because you get 65 watts out of the built-in USB-C cable. You get an additional 20 something watts out of this port. So it can do like 87 watts total altogether. Yeah, 87. So this has been absolutely fantastic. It's 20,000 mAh. I've been using this thing because I just find it so convenient having a built-in cable. But the biggest problem is the length of the cable is short. It's very short. So if we compare lengths here, the built-in cable, it's a pretty good, you know, length longer than the one that's on this guy. But then when you pull out the retractable cable, that's the real difference there. That is insanely longer. And I use this to charge up my MacBook or my Nintendo Switch or my ROG Ally X or my Steam Deck or something like that. Having this incredible length is actually freaking awesome. And now we're putting 87 watts, 88 watts into my RGLIX, and it's definitely in a 30-watt turbo mode. All right, as you can currently see, we do have 93 watts of power using this built-in retractable cable. And maybe you're saying that's a little too much. Well, it's retractable. I can set the link to that now. So now that's a little bit neater, a little bit more manageable. This is freaking awesome, okay? This is awesome. The whole disappointing thing is when you go to plug it in, you're gonna instantly lose that 100 watts. It's gonna drop down to 73 is the maximum capable, it says. And we see pass through, and it also has the little snowflake icon up there. This is already getting pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and just call it here, all right? Actually, I need to test the, all right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna test the charging protocols, and we're gonna see what we see. So this is using the retractable built-in cable, and right away, you see that we have the newest ultra-fast charging protocol. That's exciting. And oh boy, you actually see a lot of different things. All right, so UFCS, there's that. Quick Charge 3, there's that. FCP, SCP, AFC, PD3. So look at that. We've got PPS 5 to 11 volts at 5 amps, and we have PPS 4.5 volts to 21 volts at 5 amps. So that is a very good PPS range. My word. And then, yeah, the 20 volts at 5 amps. Let's run that test using the other cable that's built into it and see if there's any differences. I'll just skim over this real quick if it's exactly the same. And then we're going to try both at the same time and see what we see. All right, lots of data here. So this cable appears to be pretty equal. We got a whole bunch of stuff there. Wow, SCP, FCP, all of those. And then UFCS is currently 33 watts. But PD3, oh my word. Okay, so we still get the 5 to 11 volts at 5 amps or the 4.5 to 21 volts at 5 amps and then 20 volts at 5 amps. So, okay, very, very capable. Now, let's do both cables at the same time. So on the left, we've got the retractable long cable. And on the right, we've got the, like, I don't know what you call that, but the built-in cable. So we're going to auto-detect. We're going to run both at the same time. And so now, hopefully, we see 100 watts on both at the same time. We'll see what the power delivery says. So right away, you can see ultra-fast charging is still enabled when you have two of these at the same time. And then PPS. Okay, so it looks like this cable is getting more protocols than this cable. But look, this cable still can provide 5 to 11 or 4.5 to 21 at 5. And then this guy is, okay, so that's actually 5 to 11 at 5 or 4.5 to 21 to 3.25. So, but still, we get super fast charging on both of these at the same time. Now, I don't really use this very often, but I'm going to use it for this test. And it actually hasn't been accurate. Oh, we didn't test that port, so we'll have to run that port and see if there's any difference. So we'll start the auto detect and we'll see if this USB-A port's any good. So far, oh, okay. So this USB-A port's actually pretty fantastic. We got a lot of protocols there. All right, I'll take it. We're about ready to end this video, but I want to go ahead and run that test with the USB-C port on the side of it. All right, so a whole lot of protocols, a lot of good data here. The one I'm most interested in is the PD3. So yeah, there you go. 5 to 11 or 4.5 to 21 at 5 amps. So fantastic PPS range, 20 volts to 5 amps. This freaking power bank is, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And it's pretty freaking capable. And it is my most powerful power bank with a retractable built-in cable. So I can be on my couch and charge it up my laptop. I've already reset all this, but I can charge up my laptop, charge up my Steam Deck, charge up my RGLIX, charge up anything, because it's got that built-in cable that can do 100 watts. And then I can charge something else at 100 watts. So this thing's fantastic. I'll have a link to it in the description below if you want to purchase it for yourself. I'll have a video of the charger very soon, and I'll be charging this guy with that thing. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.